Okay, guys, thank you for joining this call. It is recording. You're all very welcome. I think we've got 24 on this call now. And let me just introduce myself, that those that have never met me or think, who's this crazy guy on a Saturday afternoon? My name is Ivan Smith. I'm based in Milton Keynes here in the UK. And I'm obviously in this business with you guys in IM, the international markets, the fabulous platform that we use in order to, multiply money and do the business side if you wish. But this is about the foreign exchange Forex side. And myself, in the business, I'm a Platinum 2000. Those that know what that is. So, that means I must have been in this business a reasonable while, maybe. But I've been in this business about 14 months, maybe 15 months now. I do forget. It's been a great journey. When I started this, okay, just like you guys maybe on this call, I had no idea what I was doing, not a clue. So I've been in your shoes, so I know how you feel, but guys, this does work, okay? This does work. There are testimonies of people multiplying money. It might be only £50, £100, 500, 5,000, 50,000. And there's even one guy in this industry within the wider UK team, beyond our UK team, who's made £2.3 million in 11 months. So it does work. It's just that, you've got to make it work for yourself. Now, I am not an IML educator or an IM educator. What I'm doing is trying to fill a gap where I think it's needed between us, the starter, okay, or you guys, the starter, and maybe the IM educators on the system that we use. Because I think sometimes they come in at a great, kind of higher level, and you kind of try to put the words and maybe the academy to the educator, and sometimes it doesn't fit. So I know this works because I've done this, for actually my team. We're all connected with some team, and I do this randomly for my team, but I've now stretched it to the whole of anybody who wants to join on. And let me just make sure everyone's on mute, just to make sure. It works. Why does it work? Because I can just give you one testimony from actually, my own organization team, where we have a lady who not only wanted to quit once, but then twice. And when I did this, it all made sense. It all made sense because now she has a basic good understanding. And then she went on to actually understand the strategies with educators or anything that I may do in the extra, and then started to make money. And then that led to, I need to tell somebody, which then led to P600 in this organization very, very quickly. So we've gone from I am quitting to this is great, and I'm a P600 too, additionally. So it is a fantastic tool for us to use. So what I'm going to do today, if you're a trader already, and you know a bit about trading, this probably is not going to be something new for you, because I am aiming at those that have been in the business 2 minutes, 2 weeks, 2 days, maybe even 2 months. Those that are kind of thinking, I need to get a grip of this. So we're going to talk today about the candles, okay, and how price moves up and down. This is a 7 straight day kind of program, if you want to call it that, where I'll do it tomorrow at 4 p.m., Monday at 4 p.m., Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and so on and so on, until it leads up to a full kind of complete good basic package. When you then go into the system, to any strategy or even the harmonic scanner, it doesn't matter what strategy it is, you will get it quicker, you'll understand it quicker, and you'll kind of put it all together like a jigsaw puzzle. And I appreciate those testimonies from Ammo in Leicester and Cola down there in London. You're really, really welcome, guys. So first of all, let me just get rid of a few things. One second. Okay, so it doesn't distract you. That's a bit bigger. Okay, so guys, what we've got here, I'm going to do it in 2 ways. We've got the MetaTrader 4 here, and some candles. Let me move the cameras a little bit. And the candles, but I'm also going to use a whiteboard. Okay, a whiteboard as well. So when you open your MetaTrader 4, whether it be on your phone, on your laptop, iPad, desktop, computer, you're going to have the trading platform called MetaTrader 4. Okay, and on that MetaTrader 4, if you're brand new, you may have a basic chart that's in black and white. Okay, basic simple candles like this, but in black and white, and what we call an RSI line. Your upline, your team leader needs to work with you in order to change them into some sort of color, some sort of, build the charts as it's known. Okay, I am checking questions as we go along, just in case you can't hear me. Thanks, Pam. Your upline, your sponsor, whatever, needs to build your chart on your phone and maybe your laptop if you're using one of those. So it's not just black and white. Okay, now you may have already done that and you're thinking, well, mine are blue and red. My candles are blue and red because I've kind of got to that point already. I don't know what they do, but they're blue and red. It doesn't matter whether they're green and red like mine, blue and red, purple and red, pink and red, as long as you know which is which. I've got mine at green and red on my device here. Okay, sometimes I've had blue before, it doesn't really matter. Now, on your MetaTrader 4 and on your phone, on these charts, you're going to have a thing called candles. Okay, candles. You are looking at candles now on my screen, on my shared screen. Additionally, guys, it's always better to have training or watch training on anything bigger than a mobile phone. For your ease, not for me, for your ease to see a bigger screen. Otherwise, you have to keep spreading it out, etc. So let's carry on. So these candles are my green and red, you can see here, are called buying and selling candles. The green are buying candles, the red are selling candles. Now, the greens will be going in an upwards direction. Okay, whether you think, well, it doesn't look like that, but it will make sense soon. And the reds are going in a selling downwards direction. Now, you can also see what you're looking at here. They're in different sizes. Some are long, some are short, some are very short. Some have got like spiky lines sticking out the top and bottom. We're going to go through all of these different sizes and all these different spiky lines to make sense of them. And then about price as well. So this is kind of day one. I think I put out a list of what the 7 days was. It's literally going to go from, let's make sure everyone's on mute, there's nearly 45 people. Mute. People join, there we go. As we go along, it's like day 2, I've got a list, okay, I will put it in your kind of team leaders group. Day 3, there's something else. Day 4, there's something else. Day 5, there's something else. It's not just like candles every day. It's going to be, candles and indicators, moving averages, support and resistance. One or two, the other thing I can't remember leading up to, also we'll add on the harmonic scan at the very end. Okay, so on this current page of these candles, okay, we also look at them on time frames. Okay, time frames. On your phone, you have time frames. On your laptops, on what you're looking at now, is a time frame. If you're on a laptop or above, you've got time frames up here. My arrow is flashing up here. Hopefully you can see that. Across this top area here, top left-ish, it says M1, M5, M15, M30, H1, and so on and so on and so on. You also have that on your mobile phone. If you're on an iPhone, it will be top left. It will say maybe M1 or M5, M15. It will say something, H4, H1, whatever it's on. Put your finger on that in the top left-hand corner, you will get a drop list. It'll only be up there for about 20 seconds and it will disappear, and then you have to bring it back again. They are your time frames on an iPhone. On an Android, they are in the top right-hand corner. Okay, but you must be on the charts first, like this, to see those time frames. Okay, not on quotes, not on your trading, not on your history, on your charts, on your device. Top right will be, for an Android, a clock. It looks like 3 p.m. on your clock. That is your drop list for your actual time frames as well. Yes, Nimi, it's recording. It is recording, yeah. You maybe not see it at your end, it is recording. Okay, so time frames are important. Now, I'm currently on the Euro GP. I've only got this page that's clean like this because all my other pages, other currencies on if I click on another one, it's got many, many lines on that I'm using. Okay, this has just been cleaned up. Okay, just been cleaned up. Okay. Right, I wasn't supposed to happen. Let me put it back. Things are, one second, let's move it to the end, guys. Okay, M1, run to the end, catch it up, okay. So we're on the 1 minute chart at the moment. Okay, this will make sense soon. I just want to show you something. If I put it on the 5 minute chart, okay, drag that a little bit. Right, catching, it's moving a lot. Okay, it looks different to the previous one. If I put it on the 15-minute chart, it looks different again, but it's the same currency. It's still the GP, the Euro GP, but it looks different. Put it on the 30-minute, looks different again. Let's move it right up to 4 hours. It looks different again. Move it along a bit. And then if I put it on the week's chart, for example, drag it along a bit. Okay, it looks different again, but it's the same currency. This can help, this causes confusion because you would have thought it was just like one page, i.e. one time frame for everything, one fits all. It doesn't work like that, guys, unfortunately. Okay, there's different time frames. So let me go back to the 1 minute. That'll settle down. It eventually settles. Let's put it on the end, on the end. Okay, so back to the 1 minute time frame, and again you can see different sizes. Okay. Now on the green candles, they're different sizes. Okay, and different size lines. The red the same. Okay, on these candles. Now what I need to do now is stop share on here, and I'm going to share what we call a blank white screen because it makes more sense when I drew this out. If you join my Zoom, I think it was last Wednesday for Traders United, I'm doing the same thing really. Okay, the orange keeps flashing up with messages. Yeah, sure, Cola. Yeah, okay. It's all in the 7-day, Cola, over the whole thing. Yeah, we won't cram everything in one day. Okay, so let me stop share here and bring up the blank screen. Bear with me. Let me bring up the blank screen. So I get rid of this one, hopefully, then bring up this one. Okay, all good so far. Just going to share this and share. Okay, move the cameras. Try to move the cameras anyway. Okay, probably a little bit better there. Okay, let me get my pen. Now, guys, I've got to draw this by mouse, but I'm getting a pretty good dab hand at it. And let me, blue, okay, there we go. So let's just look, in fact, I'll change it to green because you're used to green on my page, aren't you? So let's, first of all, talk about a buy candle. Okay, like I said, this is a very, very simple basics of candles, things related to candles, time frames, and price. That's day one. So if I draw one simple buying candle that you've previously seen, okay, you've previously seen this on a normal page. Okay, different sizes, but let's just draw one, just for we need to do that. Okay, for example. Okay, so let's call this the 1 minute time frame. Okay, let's call this also this candle I've drawn a 1 minute time frame. Now, when a candle starts to form and create itself, when it starts to form and create itself, it will start at the beginning of 1 minute in real time. Okay, in real time, the start of 1 minute, it will start to create it, i.e., it will start, getting green at the very beginning. Now a buying candle, okay, a buying candle goes up in price. Okay, it goes up in price only. Okay, only. So if the green candle is going up in price, i.e. the price of the currency is going up, it doesn't matter what the currency is. It doesn't really, it makes no difference what the currency is. But just for lack of confusion, let's call it Euro GP, just in case. Okay, but it doesn't matter what currency it is. A buying candle will go up in price when it starts forming. When it starts forming at the beginning of 1 minute. What decides if it's going to buy? Well, that will be the market. That will be, the banks, the hedge funds, the governments, economics, politics. Something is moving the price of the euro. Okay, we're going to talk about Euro GP. Something is moving the price of euro in value upwards, increasing in value against the British pound. i.e. it's in good favor of the euro. So how do we kind of spot that? It will be through indicators that are coming, you know, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday during this week on the same thing. So you will start to know by the end of the week, the indicators are telling me this is starting to buy. So we are going to presume that it is starting to buy, okay? The price starts at the bottom of a buy candle. This is where it starts, at the bottom of the candle. It starts at the bottom. And as this 1 minute is in duration, 1 minute on your clock, there is a battle going on, okay? A battle going on between the buyers and sellers in the market. I.e., the buyers are pushing the price up, the sellers are pushing the price down. The buyers are pushing it up, pushing it, and they're pushing down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay, for 1 minute, anything can happen in 1 minute. Anything can happen. I.e., for example, the buyers might be pushing it up to the size of what we're currently where we are at the minute. Okay, where we are at the minute, just here, it's pushing it all the way up here. And then all of a sudden, the buyers get to push the price up to the top of this line here. Okay, the top of this line here. The buyers have pushed it up to this level. But what's happened is the sellers are still active during this 1 minute only and brought the price back down. Okay, and brought the price back down. Let me rub that out. Let me rub that line out. And what that does, it leaves a trace of where the price went to, i.e. that's why you see those spiking lines, okay? They are called traces or wicks or shadows. You can call them whatever you wish. You can call it a broomstick as long as you know what it means. I call them traces. I'm going to refer them to traces from now on. So it's left a trace where the buyers actually pushed the price to, but during the 1 minute. Maybe during that 1 minute, the sellers got some sort of momentum and they pushed the price down. Let me make a big one down here. They pushed the price down. It's a little bit too thick, sorry. That's a spike down there. They pushed the price down to that level just here. But still during this 1 minute only. Just during this 1 minute only. Now what has to happen is, let me make that a bit thinner just for drawing's sake. I think I've got that in green. Yeah, okay, there we go. What has to happen after 1 minute is this candle, this movement of price that's creating this candle, it has to end. And wherever the price is after 1 minute, it will create and form the body. So the price has to end, and it ends at the top, and it will be at the top of the body. Okay, the price ends exactly on 1 minute. Okay, exactly on 1 minute. So, for example, okay, that's an arrow. Now, let me think of the same thing, but I'll talk you through it. So, we are still buying, yeah? We have a candle, it's just starting here because it's still in the momentum of the buyers. They're pushing the price up, the buyers are pushing the price up, the buyers are pushing the price up, pushing the price up. Okay, still the 1 minute chart. And after 1 minute, you know, this is where they push the price to, just here, for example, just there, okay? Started here, but after 1 minute battle, a 1 minute battle, that's where they got the price to, just there. And then that candle finishes. What happens then is another new minute starts. Let me try and get my razor. There we go. What happens is a new 1 minute on the clock starts, and another new candle starts. Okay, that's agreed. And another new one starts, and then starts creating itself. But this time, the buyers are really, really struggling to get the price up because the sellers are actively getting involved. That will be because of market conditions. And after 1 minute exactly, maybe the buyers only push the price up to there after 1 minute. The crucial part is the 1 minute. Maybe at some point, you know, they got it up to there, for example. That minute ends, Then another one starts, another candle will start, and another fresh minute, because it's still really in the favor of the buyer still. And then maybe they will, you know, have a reasonable run and might get it up to this level. This is why you start seeing different size candles. It's because it's affected by the sellers within the time frame. The next one might start, and we might only have something like so, for example, and maybe the buyers don't, but they try to get it up to here, but they couldn't sustain it because the sellers were actually involved. And maybe on the next one, you may only see this. Okay, I'll put my mouse on, and it might look even like that. That is still a 1 minute candle. This here is still the body, the same as that is a body. It's just that the price started here, let's say 1.23456, but after 1 minute, it ended at 1.23456. The buyers and sellers cancelled each other out. But you still have to create a body. You can see that the buyers pushed it up to here. The sellers at some point got it down to here. But after 1 minute, it finished here, the same. No movement in the price in the market. No movement in the price in the market. That's why you have different size candles, because the sellers and buyers are battling it out. Now, if I just get my rubber here, and I want to rub those out. Let me rub that one out and that out. That for now. Let me rub out this 1 minute just here, and get my rule drawer. This applies. In fact, let me change colour so you can see it. This applies whether it is 5 minutes, the same concept. 30 minutes, it's the same concept. 1 hour, it's the same concept. 1 week, it is exactly the same. It's just that, I'll use blue still, this battle is going on for 1 week. Okay, 1 week. 1 week. It's exactly the same. That's a week, sorry. 1 week, 1 week, 1 week, 1 week. 1 hour, 30 minutes. It's the same process. It is the same. It's the same process. Okay. I think there might have been a question coming there. Let me just put my mouse back on, just in case somebody's not getting it. Let me just move that over the way. Sorry, so I've read that it takes 4 hours for a candle to get its shape. Yeah, is that there's a question in there. It says, I have read that it takes 4 hours for a candle to get its shape. So you are talking, I mean, that it's just 1 minute. Can you clarify this? 1 minute. So you're saying that the candle got broken up. Okay. 1 minute, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours, the candle will create its shape. Okay. When we go back to the MetaTrader 4, you'll actually think, oh, now I see it. Okay. That's for, is it somebody called, well, whether that's a phone or their name, but it's called, the phone is probably Toshiba, what's the name, I'm not sure. Okay. There is a candle created on 1 minute. There is a candle created on a 5 minute time frame, a 30 minute time frame, a 4 hour time frame that you're referred to, a month's time frame. Each one of these candles can also be a month. Okay, but there's a battle going on over the whole month. There's a lot of buying and selling on over a month or a week. I'm hoping that's clear. What was that other question from Pam? 1 second. So you are saying the candle got broken up. Got broken up. Okay, let me draw it this way. See if this makes it just a little bit more easier. Let's take that out there. Let's take that out there. Okay, blue color. Okay, let's go neutral. Just draw a black line down here. I'm just going to go neutral on a black line, neither a buy nor a sell. Well, no, in fact, we need a buy, don't we? Okay. Let me try and do it this way. So, say it doesn't matter. 1 minute, 5 minutes, 1 hour, time frame this is, 4 hours. Okay. There's going to be a candle's going to start. Okay. So, we're talking about a buy only at the moment. it starts, okay? It starts here, it starts. So let's just call it, let's call this a 1 hour candle. Let's call it this is a 1 hour candle. So the 1 hour candle, okay? And as time is going by during this 1 hour in time, the buyers and sellers, again, are battling it out for whatever they want to do, control the price in the markets. Now, a 1 hour is going to move slower than a 1 minute. A 5 minute, the quickest moving candle is going to be 1 minute. Then the 5 minute will be slower. Then the 15 will be slower. And it's slower and slower and slower and slower. If you look at a 1 minute chart when the market's open, it's live, it's going, it's been like this. Then the 5 minute will be slower. The 15 minute will be even slower. And then when you get to 1 hour, it's like very hardly moves. Then it'll move. You go to like a 1 week and it'll sit there for ages because there's a lot of buying and selling going on. Put everyone on mute 1 second. Someone's playing a fiddle. Okay, guys. Okay, that's that done. Okay, let's go back to my drawing. Okay, so we have a candle going on. The buyers, okay, pushed it up to here so far. For example, okay. Now let me just draw a separate line, and all of a sudden they're pushing it up a bit more. I'm doing this on purpose. Then they're pushing it up a little bit more to here. The buyers have had a good run. You know, there's a good run of like places where the markets are buying. Then all of a sudden, you know, the sellers are involved a bit more heavy than they were a short period of time ago, for example. So let me get a little red arrow. So the sellers are starting to get involved. They're thinking, you know, the sellers start pushing the price down a little bit, okay? They start pushing the price down a little bit from here because the sellers are like a bit more actively involved. So what will happen is, as you can see currently, the size of this candle across here, okay, from here to here, there's the size of the candle. But during this 1 hour, 1 minute fight, it doesn't matter what time frame it is, they're involved in bringing the price down. So what will happen is the size of this candle will reduce because the sellers have had a good spurt of what, for whatever reason, the banks, whatever it could be, anything. Donald Trump has tweeted something, and all of a sudden the US dollar's dropping, for example. So it brings it down. And all of a sudden, you know, the buyers and sellers are still doing their same thing. Let me get pen. I have to keep doing this to get the right color and pen, guys. You have to just stick with me. So let me do that again. So all of a sudden, they got it down, the sellers, but then the buyers got it up to here. I know something happened. I'm over-exaggerating a little bit, okay? And at the moment, you know, it's not closed yet because the 1 hour or the 1 minute or the 5 minute is not closed the candle yet. That time is still going on. But the buyers have really got it going again. And then also, you know, again, the sellers are starting to get involved again, and they're kind of bringing the price down again, for example. So what happens is the size of the candle will reduce again. But after 1 hour, 1 minute, 5 minute, whatever time frame you're looking at, okay, after that period of time, this is the crucial part. After that period of time, this candle on that time frame, whatever you're on, has to end. It has to end. So if it was to end where it is now, it will end. Okay, it will end. And let me just rip these two arrows out. And then the next one will start if we're still in a buying conditions. So that could have been up here. It could have been up here if the buyers had their full way. I'm leaving a gap there so you can see. It could have been this size. It could have been this size. This is where the price could have been. The price could have been here, but after 1 hour of this current 1 hour period, the price actually starts there. Another one starts. This is the same process for any time frame. Any time frame. Okay. I'm hoping that's making a little bit of sense. I know I'm making sense. I'm just hoping I'm putting it across right, guys. If it is, you know, let me know. Otherwise, I might be doing something wrong. So we'll leave. Let's get rid of that 1 week bit. It's better. Okay. Let's make sure, because somebody might be messaging me. I have no clue what you're talking about. Chat. Thanks, guys. Yeah, it seems to be getting there. Okay. Okay, so very, very simple now. I've seen the message come up, and I will look at it, guys. So very, very simple. What happened there? Oh, there we go. Go back. Sorry, my thing moved. Drawer. Okay, red. Okay, red. Same thing. Sell, obviously, this time. Okay. I always use the 1 minute as an example because it's the lowest, but it doesn't matter what it is. Let's call it the Euro GP again. Okay, Euro GP, EG, Euro GP again. So this time we have, like you've seen on the MetaTrader 4, we have red, okay, selling candle. I'm just going to start from the beginning, the same as I did over this side. We have a red colored, complete colored candle. Okay, this is, I've drawn a completed one. Clearly I've drawn a completed one. It doesn't complete until the end of the time frame. I'm drawing a completed one to show you price at the moment. So on this side, the price starts at the bottom and ends at the top. But on a selling candle, the price goes down, always goes down. If you're selling something, it is going down in price, not up like the green one. I.e., the value of the euro against the Great British Pound is going down in value. The euro is dropping in value against the Great British Pound. So we are wanting to sell it. So we are, we'll be placing sells on signals or, all the stuff that you do or get involved with. You're into a sell. You want the price to go down. And then when the price is going down, it's going to be creating red candles. Making a decision whether it's going to sell, will come on what we call indicators and other things that you'll learn. But when the candle of a red selling candle starts, okay, it starts, the price starts at the top. The price starts at the top. The battle goes on exactly the same. But this time, after 1 minute or 5 minutes or 30 minutes, an hour, whatever the time frame is, okay, whenever that time period has ended, in our case 1 minute, that's what we chose to look at, the price will end at the bottom. It ends at the bottom because we are going down in price. This green one is going up in price. So it's bottom to top, top to bottom on this one. The same process. If the sellers actually during the 1 minute battle, because we're on a 1 minute time frame, pushed it down to here, fine, that's left a trace of where they pushed the price down, but it's not where it finished after 1 minute. Okay, it finished here. This is where it finished. This is where they got it to during the time frame. Maybe the buyers pushed it up a little bit up to here during that time frame, whatever you're on. But that's not where it ended, okay? It ends where at the bottom here. So when you look at candles now on your phone, when you look at candles on your MetaTrader 4, you can see why they are different sizes. You can see why you've got lines sticking out the top or bottom, traces or wicks as they're called. Some call them shadows. It's where the price has gone during that time frame. Okay, so it is the same process. All I would do is just draw what I drew before, but this time I would be drawing it downwards, because we're going down in price, So on this one, I'm going to leave this up here for literally 15 seconds. You may want to take a photograph if you don't want to draw it out. Okay, take a photograph maybe. I'll color it in a little bit more. Hopefully you can take a photograph of that. Might be easier. Okay. Right, so I'm going to rub it out, you see, that's why. Okay, job done. But it's recording anyway. So let me get the eraser. Okay, eraser. Technology, eh? Not that I'm good at it, but there we go. Okay, back to my drawer. I find it easier, I think, sometimes to teach this way than actually try to explain it verbally on a MetaTrader 4. Because when you go back to the MetaTrader 4 now, you'll think, I can see it now. But let's just carry on and to show you a few more things. Okay, let me go back to buys only first. Now, this is where your time frames might make sense. So we are going to look at buys only. This is a 1 minute time frame. Okay, this side. Okay, and this is for buys only. Okay, so we have a 1 minute candle. Okay, created, job done. I'm not going to fill it all in. Okay, 1 minute candle, job done. Then we have another one, maybe it's only this size, you know, job done. Another one, you know, it's another minute. And then we might have, you know, another one there, for example. Okay, don't worry about the size. The size is what the size is. I need to fit it in my page. So it's 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let me do another one, which is 4. Let's just do that one's quite big though. Sorry about that. 5. So there's 5 candles there, yeah? 5 buying candles. The buyers did pretty well. You know, there might be some spikes here and there. You know, let's make it pretty. You know, it might be up to there or something like that. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3. Okay, we got 5 times 1 minute candles. Okay, all agreed. 5 times 1 minute candles, and it's been buying. You know, buying and buying and buying. And the reason they're, you know, normally different sizes because the sellers are involved in the market price. But all of this price action of all 1, sorry, tick, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of this price movement, price action over 5 1 minute candles, that fits into 1 5 minute candle. So this is a 5 minute candle. Okay, and all of those 5, the price action of those fits inside this 1 5 minute candle. Okay, let me make it actually a little bit bigger. Okay, so all of the action hit this. It fits into 1 5 minute candle. This is why this one will grow slower if you are looking at this time frame. Now let me do the same thing, but let me just alter something. Okay, my rubber. Let me take that one off, maybe that one off. Take those ticks off. And let's take that one off for now. Let's take that one off for now. Okay, almost all of them, but there you go. So let me just start doing this now. Okay. So we did have the drawing pencil went. So let me just draw 1 candle here. May have to start again. It doesn't matter. It makes more sense probably if I start again. So we've got 1 buying candle going on. Okay, buying, buying, buying. And then we've got another one to about here, let's say. Okay, roughly you got 2 buying candles. And then we have maybe only 1 that size, for example, the 3rd one. Let me just rub this because it's in the way. Go back to the drawer. But on this next candle here, the sellers in the next minute candle, the sellers seriously got involved. Whatever reason, the market's made that happen. And the sellers got involved, and there was a selling candle. Let's say it got it all the way down to here, for example. So there was a selling candle on the next one. On this next 1 minute candle, it became a sell because whatever, you know, market conditions created that to happen. And then the last one, we have, you know, maybe, you know, the buyers involved again. Okay, the buyers involved again. So there is still here, 1, 2, 3, there is still 5 times 1 minute candles. Okay, there is still the same. All of this price action fits into 1 5 minute candle, as I said, but this 5 minute candle is not going to be like it was before. Okay, I'm sure I can start again because of this red cell going on in that one. It would have made it a little bit smaller, not as big as the other one, because the sellers got heavily involved in one of those periods of 1 minute. So it's not as big as the other one was up to about here, for example, because there was buy 5 times. Here we got buy, sell, decent sell, and then a buy again. So it's knocked down, that it's reduced the size of the 5-minute candles related to these. I'm hoping that makes sense. So if you imagine if this, if you imagine that this this one here was not here, and this was another sell, i.e. there's still 5 candles here. Clearly, you know, this would have been reduced maybe down to this level. You know, none of this would have been here at the top, for example, because there's still 5-minute candles on this, but it's made this small on the 5-minute time frame because there's more selling, there's more actual selling going on. Okay. I think once you listen back to this video, maybe it might make more sense when you hear it a couple of times, if not at the moment. So let's clear that out. So the last thing on here, I'm just using buys because why not? It doesn't matter whether it's a buy or sell. It doesn't really matter. So basically, 5 times 1-minute candles fits inside 1 5-minute. Then literally 3 times 5-minute candles fits inside 1. No, that's 2, not 3. You can see I went to school. I can trade, but I can't do maths. Okay, let me just think here. 5, 10, 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 5. Yeah, God, I was right. See what I mean? I didn't go to school, guys. I left school with nothing. Okay. So 3 5-minute candles fit inside 1 15-minute, and then 15. So it'd be 2 times 15-minute candles. This is the price action. I mean, fits in 1 times 30-minute candle. Okay, so the price action of 5 1-minute candles, the price action up and down, up and down, up and down, would fit inside 1 5-minute candle. 3 5s into a 15, 2 5 15s into a 30, clearly 2 30s into an hour, 4 hours into a 4 hour, and then how many 4 hours is in a day, and so on and so on. Okay, so let me just see a little mouse. Oh, mouse, what's that question there? There we go. Okay, might be some questions here. Let's move them so I can see them. Okay, yes, makes perfect sense. I'm going to scroll down. Okay, Ivan, where will you be posting the recordings? Our small team are working 4 p.m. Yeah, I know you guys will be working. Clearly, I'm not in all your groups. I can obviously post it in my group. I can post it in what we call, is it the global something group belonging to Vincent Iannucci. Clearly, I can post it in the leaders group of Abdullah, Rupa, and Vinay, which I know Kola and Aman or Amo is in there. That's the best. That's the only place I can post it. I have to rely on them posting it to their teams because I'm not in all your groups, clearly, because I'm not part of your team. So you've got to pressurize them to say, get it, go and get it. Okay, so if you miss tomorrow's, it'll be in there. Okay. So, yeah, man, am I just done that one, man? Okay. Pam, are you clearing things? You're clearing things up for me, which I didn't understand. I know someone on the calls haven't. I was trying to teach them every week. Okay. You're welcome, Pam, no problem. Well, please can you do please can I do South London trading too? South London trading, what's that? Okay. Okay. South London training. I've never heard of South London training. Maybe the same as West London training. I like to have some fun, guys. Okay, so what we need to do now is I need to stop share. Okay, wow, 50 people on this call. 48. Someone's legged it. Okay, let me go to my MetaTrader 4. Come on, MetaTrader 4. Okay. Well, ping pong, ping pong. Okay. Oh dear, oh dear. I hate these pings. Okay, move it over there. You should be able to see my MetaTrader 4. I'm on a 1 minute chart now, okay? Excuse me while I have a brew as well, because this is not formal. So we're on a 1 minute chart now. And you can see different size candles. Now I'm hoping it makes sense. So let's look at a couple. This green one here, okay, this green big one in the middle that's got a massive long trace on it. I think my mouse is quite dark, so I apologize if you can't quite see my mouse. I'll keep it on the green candle. Okay, this green candle is a decent size, but can you see this massive long trace that's gone out of the top of this candle? That is where the buyers pushed the price to during that 1 minute battle. But after 1 minute exactly, it ended at the top of this green body that I've got my little cursor on now. How do you put arrows on the text arrows? I don't do that much training on the MetaTrader 4. I usually do it a lot of it on harmonic scanner. Can't find it anyway. So then the next candle started, the next green one here, you know, more or less in the middle of the page, these kind of biggish ones in the middle of the page. The next green buying candle started, a new minute, but it's a smaller body. The buyers pushed the price right up to the top of that trace up there. The sellers actually pushed it down a little bit between the, you know, in the 1 minute time frame. Smaller body, okay, smaller body. And then the next one was a red selling candle. Okay, you've got different size.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'll just put unmute. Okay, there we go. So you've got a red selling candle coming up, okay, different size red selling candle. It's the same process that I was talking about before. So that's a 1 minute time frame, okay, and I've got a 5 minute time frame. Okay, that's why when you go to a 5 minute time frame of the same currency, it looks different because because 5 1 minute candles have to fit inside one of these. So basically, let me go back to the 1 minute. Each one of these candles that you are looking at, whether it be green or red, every single one of them took 1 minute to create itself. Okay, even these little grey bits, these crosses, everything that's small you can see. So let's go from this very, very end. On the very, very right hand here, on the right hand side, there's a massive red candle. That's 1 minute. So go back 10 candles. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 minutes action. Okay, so if you go back, you know, if you just go back 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, okay, fits into a 5 minute candle. So when you switch to a 5 minute time frame, okay, the candles look completely different. Each one of these candles, each one of them, green or red, took 5 minutes to create itself from start to finish of the body. But they've left traces of where they push the price to up or down, buy or sell at the same time during that battle that's going on in that time frame. 15 minutes, each one of these is a 15-minute candle. Each one of them, regardless of the size, takes 15 minutes to create itself from start to finish. And clearly, you know, what is it? Remember, price starts at the bottom for a buy, ends at the top. Price starts at the top and ends at the bottom for a sell. Okay, 30 minutes, the same, different. That's why it looks different. 1 hour. Each one of these candles you are looking at is 1 hour. All right, here, each one of these is 4 hours. Each candle, red or green, 4 hours to create itself. These are a day each. Each one of these is a day. You've only got to count 31 candles going back, and that's a whole month's price action. And then we've got a week. You've only got to count 4 candles back, and that is a month. So, for example, we're on a week's time frame, right? We're on the Euro GP. That's the currency on a week's time frame. If you had the account balance, i.e., money's no object, you know, different league, and you entered a buy on this candle down here. You see this one down here? I hope my mouse is working for me. Down here, you can see it. This has been buying for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 weeks. 13 straight weeks of the price of the euro going up against the GP in 13 straight weeks. 4, 8, 12. That's 3 months and a week. Can you imagine if you was in that trade for 3 months and a week, you had the money in your account to deal with that? How much that money is going to make you? Now, why I mean you have to have a lot of money in that account is during that week's formation of just one candle, there is a lot of selling going on, a lot of buying going on, and a lot of movement in money. You know, we're not, oh, it's gone up £5 and it's come down £1.50. This has gone up maybe £700, come down £400. Gone up £100, come down £700. And up and down. But overall, the trend is going up and up and up. You've got to be able to deal with the pullback. That's the only difference between Raphael Spiller, IML educators, and in theory, most of us in IM, who might only deal with £200, £1,000, 4,000, 10,000. Some of you might even just be dealing with 50 quid. It doesn't really matter. Okay, it's the same process. It's just that we cannot deal with massive timeframes like this because we can't deal with the pullbacks because you will just wipe your account out. We are dealing with smaller margins of money. We're trying, if you know, let's call it just £200. You're trying to make 20 quid. Okay, but in that 20 quid you're making, you might get pulled back £11 before it gets to 20 quid. You get me? But you £11 out of 200, no big deal. Okay, for them, you know, Raphael Spiller, I no longer have the video. I have seen a Raphael Spiller, those, we probably all know him. He, you know, when it goes into minus when you start, or it goes into minus while you're trading, before it gets to your profit, he was minus $250,000, $250,000 minus. But it's no problem, isn't it? It's no problem. He actually put it on video. It's no problem, it'll come good. But he's got the money to deal with that $250,000 pullback, for example. So if you just go into the next one, which is a month, okay, each one of these candles, guys, regardless of size, takes a month to create itself. Okay, you can't watch, if you watch this live, this is live now, we're watching the candle now, at the end of the day, it would have hardly moved, because it takes a month to create itself. Okay, it's very slow moving. That's why on the minute time frame you will see it quicker. That's why if you're looking at a trade to enter, okay, when you're learning the skill, most of us, not all but most, we look at the hour time frame. You might look at, I know you might look at the 4 hour. I'm just giving a generalization. Look at the hour time frame. Okay, is it buying or selling? Then drop down to the 15-minute time frame. Is it buying or selling? Then drop down to the 5-minute time frame. Is it buying or selling? What you want is all three saying the same thing. The 1 hour of the buy is saying buy, the 15 saying buy, the 5 minutes saying buy. That means you have a good, possible, decent certainty that over that hour, you know, it will be a buy. Okay, you don't want one saying a buy, one saying a sell, then one saying a buy, or a sell, sell, and buy. You need. I was trained 3 time frames, all saying the same. You may be on bigger time frames, bigger money, so you might be looking at the day, the 4 hour, and you enter on the hour because you've got probably a bit more money, for example. It all depends on the account balance. Okay, what time is it? It's coming up to 5 o'clock. I'm hoping that is making more sense on candles and price action. The price is on this right-hand side. Let me drop down to a lower time frame. It's on 5 minutes. Let's go fast on the hour. I like sitting on the hour. So on this right-hand side, in case you don't know, this is the price of the euro against the GP in this column on this right-hand side here. The markets are closed now, so at 10 p.m. on Friday evening, the price got frozen at 0.88990, just here, this white box, which is at the bottom currently at the bottom of this red candle. So this red candle is probably either finished and the new one's going to start, or it's going to complete, and it will complete Sunday night at 10 p.m. when it starts opening, for example. It all depends when that 1 hour started. That's why Raphael Spiller, those that know what I'm talking about, has software on his laptop and above where he'll have a countdown time marker, okay? Now, I think you can get that on TradingView anyway. You know, if you have a free account on TradingView, whatever time frame you go on this right-hand side will be a time countdown. It will tell you how long is left for that candle. So if it's a 5-minute time frame you're on, it will go 5 minutes, then it's going like, you know, 4 minutes, 59, 58, 57, it's going down and down. It's a countdown, okay? So you know how long's left before the next candle is about to create it. It doesn't happen on MetaTrader 4. I think it's additional software. I think that's very useful, personally. Don't have it myself. This is something you have to bring in. Okay, any more questions before we kind of finish for this session? I say this is not about teaching you strategies. This is about basics. And yes, this is in the academy. Please watch all of the academy. Please watch everything. Sometimes you just need maybe a verbal voice within the UK IML just to maybe clarify a few things. That's all I'm doing. I'm just doing that to help. That's it, period. I'm no saint. I just know that this was useful for me when I started. And clearly I'm going to be doing this for my team anyway, so why not share it with others? Okay, what's the chat? Okay, let's have a look. Okay, I'm going to try, I don't know what the last one was. Okay, let's go from here. I'll put it in the video. Okay, thanks Rita. Okay, Pam, sorry I meant sent in the IML Forex, which is the name.
It's 17 hours.
Maybe that's a message for Ammo, I don't know. Annette, let's have a look. Oh, sorry, Annette, it's just my thinking is moving. Annette, there you are. Why are they that small if they take a month to form? Okay, Annette. We're on a month's time frame. Okay, let me go on that month's time frame, Annette. So we're back to the month. Annette's saying, why are they that small if they take a month to form? Because it's a month, it doesn't mean that the candle is a month size, if that makes sense. Let's put it on mute 1 second. There we go. Okay, please don't think that the higher the time frame, the bigger the candle, i.e. the more movement. Because, for example, Annette, let's say we start the month today, for example, fresh, and it starts. But let's fast forward, you know, week by week by week. The first week, there's good buying going on. So the green buying candle will increase. Okay, increase. Try and keep yourself muted if you can. 1 second, mute all. Okay, so a good week's going on, Annette, and the candle is getting bigger, let's say. But in the second week, there is something going on in the markets with the banks, the governments, the hedge funds, the politicians. Wow, everyone keeps on muting themselves. Okay, continue. The second week, there's a lot of selling going on, Annette, within the markets of that currency. So that green candle is either going to reduce because it's still within the time frame, it's still within the month, or it's kind of going to get stagnant where it is. Let's say the next week, the third week, the sellers are actively involved good again, and they brought down the size of the candle a little bit. But in the last week, the buyers are back in action for some whatever reasons within the market. The size of the green candle will then get bigger. It's vice versa if it is a sell candle going on, and it's in a sell trend and it's selling, and the buyers are getting heavily involved. It will, you know, the size of the candle will be a different size. Please don't think that a 1 minute candle is this size, and then a 5 minute candle, there's my camera, that's a 1 minute, and then that's a 5 minute, and then that's a 15 minute, because it's longer time. It has nothing to do with that. Okay. I also that has all this. Okay. Yeah, everything's in this IM center, this new IM system. You know, I'm not reinventing anything new here. Just sometimes this helps doing it this way. Okay. Okay. Let's go down the messages. What is the best time frame to analyze the market and make the right decision to buy or sell? That depends on how much money you have in your account. So basically, if you have 10 grand in your account balance, you're not going to be dealing with a lower time frame and try and make 5 quid, 10 quid. You've got 10 grand in your balance. You will be looking at maybe the 10 grand, you're probably looking at the day and then looking at the 4 hour and make a decision on the hour. You're not then, you're not interested in what's going on minute by minute, 5 minute by 5 minute. You're interested in kind of bigger money, okay? But if you've only got 150 quid in your account balance, then you're going to be looking at the lower time frames from an hour downwards, okay? You're looking to make 10 quid. You're making to look 20, 30, 40 quid. You're looking to make this thing. When you make money in trading, guys, there is 3 different ways to do it, but the best way is to compound your account balance. That is the best way to do it. Compound your account balance. I.e., let's say you have £200. You will decide what percentage of that £200 do I need to make that day. Now, some people have different opinions. Some will do 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%. Some will even do 5%. Some people may even do 7%. You know, we're always going to say, you know, 1 to 3 or 1 to 5. I'm not about risk. I'm not about risk. I'm on about compounding. Okay, some will do 1, 2, 3%. That's great. More than the bank will give you. Some people will go for 4 or 5%. You know, some people go gun ho. You know, that's not the best way to go. So let's, for example, I'm just going to use. This is only an example. Please do not do this. Please do not do this. I'm going to use this example for my maths in my head. £100. Let's say you wanted to make 10% that day. 10% of £100, and this is just for my mathematical ease, not that you want to do this. 10% of 100 is £10. So I start with £100. I make £10 that day. That's me finished trading for the day. Even if you make that by 8 o'clock in the morning, that's you finished for the day. The next day, you will start with £110 in your balance, and you will make 10% of that £110. So that day, you're looking to make £11 profit. Whenever you make £11, that's you done for the day. The next day, you're starting with £121. You are making 10% of £121. In the early days, it's a lot of work, a lot of time for little reward. But after 3 months, 4 months, 60 days, 70 days, 80 days, 90 days, it is thousands of pounds that you'll be in your balance. After many, many, many months, it'll be a lot of money. After a year, it'll be a hell of a lot of money. Okay, but please do not do it 10%. I did that for my mathematical ease, rather than trying to work something out. Guys, I didn't go to school. I didn't like school. I'm not a mathematician. I'm not a chart analyst. I'm not a business analyst. Okay, I just learned this skill, and that's what I know. I know it, but I don't come from an academic background. So that's the best way to do it. Compound your account. What is the best? Where was it? Where's another one? Wasn't there? What is the best time frame in the market? Yeah, I think I covered that one. Yes, a verbal clarification is always good for some of us. Hard ask questions. Yeah, ask us. It's all about asking questions. What is the best time frame to analyze market? Oh, I think I've had that twice. Okay, and then there's the thanks. Okay, I think that's the last one. Okay, guys. So let me end that. Okay. So tomorrow at 4 p.m., if you can jump on, and we'll move on to, the next bit of what I need to do. My phone is not here, so I can't tell you what it's going to be. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's going to be the next bit that we need to start to understand. But like I said, we're going to do the candles, which we've done. We're going to be doing indicators. We're going to be doing support resistance. We're going to be doing you know, stop losses and things like that. We're going to be doing all that's needed for the simple ease basics. And by the end of that period, whether you watched it through video or whether you've been here every day, it will be a lot easier. It will make more sense. Okay, it will make more sense. And a question. Okay, no worries. Thanks, guys. It will make more sense. Just get the recordings if you miss it from your what's the name? Upline, your leader, your sponsor. They can get out in your groups, and just take it to another level at the end of all of this. Just take it to another level. What you need to do at the end of all this is then really take it to another level by, okay, let me find a strategy that suits me. In the IM system, what suits me doesn't mean it's going to suit you. What suits you is not going to suit your friend. What suits your friend, you know, is not going to suit your sponsor. Everyone's going to have a different strategy. Which is the best? The one that makes you money. A lot of people, I know people who have gone into this and they've made 3,000 in a month, for example, on a strategy. And then the following month, they went on a new strategy and it didn't work. And then they got to another strategy that didn't work. And they got to a different, even newer strategy that didn't work. And they go, I don't know why this is not working. What strategy is best? I said, which strategy do you use that made you money? Well, it was this one. Well, stick with that one. Stick with the one that makes you money on a, you know, if you're getting to a certain point and you're making money consistently, let's say on a demo, and then you put that on the live and you're making money again, that one is making you money. Test another one on a demo. Do not test a brand new one on a live account because you're making money on another one from on a live account. Okay, you gotta be wise. Okay, and it's the same old thing. Is don't be greedy. Don't over leverage. Don't use huge lot sizes. Do not take revenge on the market because the market does not care about you. It doesn't care whether you're broke, whether you're married, whether you're single, whether you're whatever. The markets don't care about you guys. So care about yourself. Actually focus. Okay, if the husband or the wife has upset you, don't trade. Okay, so focus when you're doing it. One simple thing can cost you money. One simple thing can cost you money. And stick to your rules, create your own rules, stick to them. I'll always end with learn 10% more tomorrow than you knew today. So thank you for joining. Really, really appreciate it. Let me just make sure I've got a picture of this so I can promote it. 1 second, guys. I want to say, let me stop share. Let me stop share. Let me try and put it on this. Sammy's on this call. There we go. Bear with me, guys. I'm going to do a promotional picture because this is how we build a business. What's wrong? Going the wrong way around. There we go. Absolutely superb. Okay, thank you for that. So guys, have a great weekend. See you all soon. Thank you for being on the call, and see you at 4 p.m. tomorrow.
Thank you, Ivan.
Let's just do it. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hi, Marlon. Who's
Thanks,
on
Ivan.
Margaret.
Bless you. Thanks, brother.
Aman, Tony, Grace, Spooky, Noel. Hi, Noel. How are you, mate? Rita, Kim, Ranty. Have a great guy. Antoine in my team. Nearly P600. Let's go. Cola, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless you, Ivan. Thank you.
Welcome, guys. So take care. See you tomorrow, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.